Hey, Toledo Joe here once again with another video for you. This one again is from my Friday Night Live series. And in this video, I talk about the Mothman. One of my favorite subjects. I love the Mothman. Been down to Point Pleasant, West Virginia a few times, and that's where the bridge collapsed after he was sighted. Very interesting. One of my good friends, Steve Ward, is a tour guide down there. He tours the TNT area, and that's one of the places where the Mothman was sighted. Hope you enjoy the video. Like I said, it's from a couple of years ago, but I still think it's a really good video. But before we get into it, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and give me a thumbs up, please. It would mean a lot to me. Also, check out our podcast, 222 Paranormal Podcast. You can get it anywhere, wherever you get your podcasts from. But anyhow, let's get on with the video. Hey everyone, welcome to another Friday Night in our studio. I am Toledo Joe from 222 Paranormal Podcast. And as you can see behind me, the studio is empty. See? Studio's empty. I have not unpacked yet. I know it's been a few days since we got back from Michigan Paracon, but I've not unpacked. Mentally or physically, I've not unpacked from Michigan Paracon. Well, one of the reasons is I'm doing a photo shoot today, or it's technically Saturday, right? Yeah. Doing a photo shoot today, Saturday, and it's going to be of a band. We're going to do some low-key photos, which are really dark and really cool. But, yeah, Michigan Paracon, what can I say? That was insane. Insane. Everybody that you can imagine from TV or radio was there. There was probably 3,000 people there walking through the halls and coming up to the booth. We were so busy. We only got 4 interviews out of the whole weekend because we were just so busy. But the interviews that we got were unbelievable. Stanton Freeman talked to me. Stanton Freeman came up to me and talked to me. We were in the breakfast area. And he come up to me and asked me if they had coffee. Yeah, see, I am a celebrity. I am a celebrity. But no, it was fun. Oh my God. You know, we did get an interview with Stanton Freeman. He was sitting over at his table. I went up and asked him, I'm like, hey, do you mind getting on the mic? You want to do an interview? And he was all for it. It was cool. So stay tuned for that. That's going to come out next weekend. This weekend, though. September 3rd, 2017, if you're watching this video later. But we got an interview, and this gentleman walked up to the table. His name is Steve Ward. And we started talking, and he started talking about Mothman. And I was blown away. I was like, dude, do you want to record a show with us? And he's like, yeah. So we sat down, and come to find out, he is like the, I don't want to call him the Godfather, but he is like the information king about the Mothman. He's actually speaking at the Mothman Festival coming up next weekend, which I wish I could go to, but I'm just not going to be able to make it. That is just so cool. It's a whole street fair type thing. And he's going to be, they have, you know, different halls and bars and stuff that they have people speaking in, but he's going to be in one of the main halls talking about Mothman. And we started talking a little bit about the Chicago incidences. There's been a rash over the past few months of over 15 sightings of Mothman in Chicago. And let me see. Let me get my notes out because you know I can't remember anything. On April 7th, a witness came forward to report the sighting of a large 7-foot-tall bat-like humanoid in the Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago. 7-foot-tall bat-like. Okay. Many witnesses have begun to come forward with their own experiences. Approximately 15 sightings of the flying humanoid have been recorded in the Chicago area. 15 sightings. And there's a map. If you go online, you can see the map, you know, of the different areas. But witnesses say it was a 7 to 8 foot tall black humanoid wide membrane wing that resembled a bat with a wingspan of 12 feet. 12-foot wingspan on this thing. The head was prominent and thinner than the rest of the body, or thinner than a humanoid head. No legs were noticed, but they could have been tucked up under the body. The figure was gliding quickly along the length of the street, heading east, then suddenly ascended into the night sky. And what's interesting about this is lots of times, and I know we mentioned this on our show a few weeks ago, but like I said, I got to talk to Steve Ward and really brought this up, but it doesn't take off like a normal bird would, okay? Usually it just takes off straight up, just ascends straight up, which is very odd, okay? Another sighting on March 22nd, a local truck driver, and his name is Billy Bands, B-A-N-T-Z, was delivering a shipment when he noticed something strange in the air. And this is his account. It says, "It looked like a flying Batmobile. I was sitting in my semi-truck around noon. I saw an object coming from Route 55. I saw it gliding and not too fast, so it was gliding pretty slow. No sound. I saw it was not a drone and the size of a large car. It climbed higher, turned twice, wow, this is why I don't do live shows, okay? We edit this part out. I can edit this out. But anyhow, it turned twice. I can tell you that it glided just like a bird. It went almost straight up, and I lost it in the clouds." Bands, B-A-N-T-Z, is that how you say it, Bands, believes that this incident has affected his life. "The more I speak of it, the worse my luck gets. My mom died 3 weeks ago. I am not sure what to think at this point," which is interesting because a lot of these accounts, they always say that when they see the Mothman, they feel a sense of dread and just foreboding. Is that the right word? But they have a sense of dread, and they can't explain why. And now, they did have an expert come on and say that he believes that it's a giant owl, a big owl. Okay. Think about this. Okay. Well, we know it's not like the Thunderbird, because the Thunderbird looks like a crow. Okay. The head, it seems lower. I mean, it does have a head, but it just seems lower because the shoulders are so bigger, and it always has the red glowing eyes. And a lot of the accounts say the same thing. No head, big glowing eyes. And it's just the reason they say no head is because the way that it's shaped. Now, one thing too, we talked about it on the show a few weeks ago about the Mothman and the Thunderbirds, okay? And we talked about Native Americans, how they revered the Thunderbird. It's on most of their totem poles. I know you can't see it, but the rest of my rooms in my house here, except for this one's set up as a studio, so that's why the walls are gray. There's lights hanging everywhere, but the rest of my house is a log cabin. And above all the doors and windows, I made these carvings, okay? I handmade them myself, and you can kind of tell because they're not that great. But anyhow, I have different carvings, and above my front door, I have the Thunderbird, the rising sun, and the moon. And Native American Indian legend tells you that the Thunderbird is a sign of peace and happiness, and some actually say it's a sign of dread, but I think that's the Mothman part of it. Because on a lot of cave drawings and Indian drawings or paintings, whatever, you'll see the classic shape of a bird. But you'll also see this shape of this person, and they've claimed that it might be the ant people. But the thing is, it always looks like the Mothman, where it has big shoulders, hardly no head, and always has red eyes. And that's why I think the Native Americans actually saw the Mothman, and a lot of people are thinking that they're painting the Thunderbird. But they've painted both. that you could see a clear bird symbol in their paintings, and then you see this thing. But anyhow, the thing about this is every time the Mothman has appeared, there's been tragedy. Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the Mothman appeared on the bridge, and after that, the bridge collapsed. And now they have a festival for it. I don't know why, but they actually celebrate the Mothman there, which is cool because I want to go. But anyways, they had an expert come out and say this thing was like a large owl. And come on, we've seen owls. They don't have bat-like wings, okay? They don't take off straight up, okay? But who knows? I remember there was another account of a police officer and his son. They were out and they saw the Mothman in Chicago, and it was in the same area. It's almost like the Lincoln Park area is one of the high visibility parts of it. And now that I think about it, you just remember, and I'm probably stretching this a lot, but the Linkin Park singer just committed suicide in Detroit after one of his shows. Is it a mystery? I don't know. But yeah, it's really cool. If you get a chance, if you're watching this video later, if you're not watching it live, go back. The episode will come out on September 3rd. Listen to this interview we did with Steve Ward, and you'll be blown away. I just sat there, and it's funny because all the people that came and sat down and talked to us, being the professional I am, I was supposed to ask questions. I just sat there and listened, man. It was so cool. Especially when you listen to the Stanton Freeman interview. I just sat there and went, I'm like, I was in awe, because what an awesome dude to have sit down in front of me and talk to me and record on our show. But anyhow, speaking of the show, do me a favor, okay? If you're watching this video on YouTube, please look below. See right down there, right there? You see the subscribe button? Please click the subscribe button and click the little bell next to it. That'll tell you when a new video comes out. And check out our show, 222 Paranormal Podcast. We're everywhere you get your podcast from. I think it's the best show that I've ever been on. Oh, I think it's the only show I've been on. But no. Check it out. And please, if you enjoy it, tell a friend. Have them check it out so they can tell a friend. And so on and so on. It's just, we try to do our best to get the information out that we can. And we try to make it a fun show. So hopefully you enjoy it. And like I say, if you enjoy it, tell a friend. Okay? Spread the word. If you don't like it, message me and tell me why you don't like it so we can change and make it better for you. All right? We're here to please. Okay? So anyhow, thanks for watching. Like I said, please share our podcast. We'd love to get our word out to as many people as we can. We just want to have fun. We want to enlighten and be enlightened. Like I said, if you think of something, you can message us. All right, go on our webpage. We got a spot there so you can message us. Go to Facebook, whatever. Just let us know what you think of the show. And, if you think of any improvements, let us know, because I'm here to listen. All right. So anyhow, thanks for checking it out this week. Next weekend, next Friday night, I'm going to do a show about dowsing rods. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I will see you next Friday. And we will talk to you every Sunday at 2:22 p.m. Our new show comes out. Check us out, 222 Paranormal Podcast. We're everywhere you get your podcast from. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.